All right. All right. So we have case Matthew Timmons versus James Bubbles on the alleged crime attempted murder on a public servant. The session is now beginning, and we'll have each party please approach the podium, beginning with the arresting officer, and identify yourself for the court.
Captain Matthew Simmons,
That's
LSPD.
the bench.
Thank you. Thank you. You may be seated. Next, the defense counsel.
Attorney Harris, jury.
Oh, years.
Charlie Luck, defense attorney.
Thank you. Would you please have your the defendant, just from where he's at, identify himself for the court?
Criminal scumbag.
Thank you.
It is in this channel.
Very good. We'll go ahead and now pass the podium to the arresting officer to present any evidence pertaining to the alleged crime and present his opening statement. Would you please approach the middle podium there?
So, on the night of June 14th, 2024, at approximately 1900 hours, officers within the LSPD responded. If you don't know military time, you're useless. Officers responded to a evangelical robbery where we saw this guy right here holding someone hostage while another individual was smashing the cases and taking the jewelry. Upon talking with this individual, he said if another LSPD officer shows up, he was going to shoot everyone in the head. And he held true to that promise, and we ended up shooting him, and he was able to kill 2 of our officers beforehand.
And Captain, are you also including the charges of armed robbery or only attempted murder?
If he's willing to plead guilty, I'll just do it to attempted murder. But, if he wants to say he's not guilty, then he's going to get hostage taking, disobeying public servants, ×4, murder of an LEO, ×2, armed robbery.
Not guilty. Your Honor, we enter a not guilty.
We will proceed. Thank you, Captain. You may take your bench. And the court will now pass the podium to the defense counsel.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come here and settle this matter. We have a simple fact at hand. My client is an innocent man. First of all, this officer brings up a matter of time, June 19th. Well, what is time? Time is a spectrum. So let's just start there. Secondly,
I actually said June 14th at 1900 hours. Get your facts right.
Okay, so to make an objection, please state objection and the basis of the objection.
this officer made an excellent point. What is time? Is June 19th or is it June 14th? Time is a spectrum. Let's talk about my client. There, scared for his life, being forced to forcibly hold a nice woman at gunpoint. His family being held hostage. Think about that. You all have children here. How would you feel if your family held hostage and being forced to commit such a heinous crime? And then obviously fleeing because he knew. He knew what he had done was terrible and he was scared. He's running to his family to save them. All to be what? Ruthlessly gunned down by these police officers? I mean, I can't believe it. This man is truly a victim. That's all we have to do. Think about that. Think about your family.
Any objections by LSPD?
Yeah, didn't seem to be too concerned about his family. He would have mentioned that his family, when we were trying to negotiate that his family was in jeopardy, and he never once mentioned anything about his family. The only thing he was concerned of was getting out of there free with all the jewelry and his partner in crime. Not once did he ever mention his family, not once did he ever say anyone else was in harm's way before he decided to shoot 2 of my officers in the head before he was eliminated as a threat.
Thank you. Is there
Your Honor,
anything,
my client would like to take a stand.
with your permission, he may.
Yeah, granted.
Your Honor, a week prior of this event, my family was taken hostage in the Mexican cartel, MS-13. I had an earpiece in the whole time, and there was a sniper on the roof behind us. They said if I didn't do this and grab the money and leave, my family would be killed. I had no other choice.
Objection.
What is the basis of the objection?
We had air one up the whole time. There were no heat signatures anywhere. He's lying.
Your Honor,
Sustained. You will not speak of MS-13.
my family was in jeopardy. I had no other choice.
Does your defense attorney have any evidence to substantiate your claims?
Your Honor, this is my client's statement. We can't object to the man's statement.
I don't even own a firearm. Never even shot one. And you just claim that all of a sudden I just use it and go on a rampage like that?
You don't own a firearm?
No, sir, I don't.
LSPD?
Yeah, he had an AR on his person. That's what he shot my officers with. It was an illegal class 2 with the serial number filed off.
And is that in custody? Is that in the evidence stash? Or?
Yeah, that's an evidence as well as all body cam of showing him holding the gun and him shooting my officers before he was eliminated.
I'd like to state it for the record, this weapon was forcefully put on my client by the cartel.
And do we have any evidence to substantiate that?
We have the word of one good, honest man here, one honest family man.
Hearsay. Please be seated. Is there anything that either side would like the court to hear before we render a verdict?
Negative. I would just like to say, those officers, their families, if we want to talk about families, their families are suffering the loss of 2 great fathers, 2 great public servants that the community just loved so much. What he did was a very heinous crime. It was uncalled for, and as we've already proven, he obviously likes to lie, as he said there were people on roofs.
Put your hands down.
Air One.
Put your hands down.
Air One had deemed that there were no heat signatures anywhere around. So he obviously is not a good person with good morals, and I think this should give a life sentence, potentially a death sentence, for taking 2 wonderful fathers, 2 wonderful public servants out of this earth way too soon.
Anything from defense counsel before we reach a verdict?
Defense rests.
Thank you. Bailiff? Bailiff.
JB, that's you. JB.
Yes, bailiff is sleeping.
Sorry, yes.
Can you please have everyone rise? And escort the jury to the jury room.
10-4. May everyone please rise for the jury. Come on. Judge. What's it?
Deliberation will take place within the next 3 minutes. We ask that everyone remains in their post until deliberation in 3 minutes.
might be a bit retarded.
Like to say something with the arrest.
So we heard the matter. No evidence has been truly presented, so we are making a determination based on testimony.
The evidence is not going to be part of this, correct?
Given that it's a mock trial,
Yes. I understand.
now the defense attorney didn't quite truly present any artful argument.
Hey, Judge.
Yes.
I'd like to add an extra charge. He's trying to get people in the audience to kill me.
Is he really?
10-4, body cam's rolling.
Incredible.
Say body cam one more time.
What is the charge?
Conspiracy to murder.
Okay.
Conspiracy or
Seriously.
Oh shit.
Wouldn't that be conspiracy to execute these officers?
I would say provoking and threatening.
So the way it sits now, I'm gonna say guilty.
Officer provoked my client, clearly.
I don't think
Okay.
so.
So,
I got body cam.
all right. So,
I'm gonna go with guilty.
how many jurors do we have here?
4.
4. Okay. All right. So, jury 1, what's your verdict?
Jury 1, I'll say guilty.
2.
No evidence, no body cam, no gun, no nothing.
Correct.
Yep.
Say that's it. Alright, yeah,
Innocent. Juror 3.
Not guilty.
And juror 4.
Let's stand with these two. There was enough substantial evidence to send this man away.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we did lose officers of the community, but anybody would have shot that.
Now, this is a mock trial, is it not?
Yes.
Right, yes.
Okay. So, we're making a ruling on testimony rather than evidence.
Well, so like hypothetically,
Hypothetically, we did see evidence. So basically, this is the argument, okay? The argument is, 1, that he did what he did because he was under pressure. It was not willful. It was not willingful. So he was forced to deliberately take out those actions by MS-13. I didn't know we had MS-13 in the city.
I don't think we do.
So that's a lie. Based on that testimony, that is a lie. Based.
Send him up.
So what's your verdict? I'm gonna ask again.
Innocent.
You still going to?
I'll go guilty on that one.
Okay,
There's no true gang of in city.
that's what I'm saying. So we don't have MS-13 in city. Whoa.
Yeah,
He's claiming
he
that.
lied on the stand.
So that's perjury.
He took an oath.
And also, I just want to put on the record that he was giving Simmons the middle finger in the middle of the.
Yes, I did. I saw that. That's
Is that a form of freedom of speech?
not in court. In court, that can easily land you in contempt.
So can we add an additional charge for contempt for that?
We can.
Alrighty.
Damn, that's a lot of charges.
Hey, Kenny, look at his arm is the blue stripe or something. Sorry.
I'm just gonna issue the death penalty.
Okay.
Whoa, whoa.
Now
Dude.
we're talking. Yeah, now we're talking.
Dude, because we got EMS here.
Okay.
Guys, from my point of view, I don't even know. I'm just waffling.
You're a bailiff, sir. You just stand there.
Do it.
Okay.
We do have EMS here.
Okay. Go ahead and announce that we're all rise.
Go back out there.
Yeah.
And say the court is returning back in session. We have to say everybody rise. And then escort us out to our case.
Wait, what do I say? What do I say?
Court.
Yes.
All rise. This court is now back in session because you didn't hear the first time.
Okay.
We have a situation forming out here.
Oh shit. No.
Hey, you hear them talking, gang? Move around, gang. Move around.
Wait till we're done here, please.
Yeah, move around, move around.
Wait till we're done here. Just give us a minute.
JB ran out there with the strap tight. Alright,
All right, Judge. I think you can proceed.
Okay.
So unfortunate, you guys were in the moment, man, honestly. I guess we should just start from here.
Sure, great, gang.
We're good. We're gonna push forward.
This court is now in session, rendering deliberation for the matter of Matthew Timmons versus James Bubbles. Juror number 1, what is your true and one verdict?
Guilty.
Juror number 2,
Guilty.
juror number 3,
Guilty.
juror number 4.
Guilty.
Bailiff, stand next to the defendant.
Who's the defendant? AJ.
I was gonna say innocent rather than redacting my
Bailiff, stand next to the defendant for sentencing.
dead.
JB, that's you. JB, that's you.
For the record, this bailiff will not be allowed to serve as bailiff any longer.
Sleeping on the job.
Yeah, Greg. I'll take care of this bailiff's thing for you.
Thank you.
You got it. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, got it.
On the matter of Matthew Timmons versus James Bubbles, it is the verdict of this court as to count 1, armed robbery, guilty as charged. On the count of he's getting away! All officers on deck, bring him back, additional charges added.
10-4.
Bring him back at all costs.
Running upstairs. Running upstairs.
Damn. I thought we were gonna get that big old NG right there.
That is crazy.
Come on. We got a real thing to handle right here. You hear me? This a real thing to handle right here. Yo, tell him.
Oh God.
On a dummy.
Oh God.
On a dummies.
Almost there. We're getting it.
I'm going for
All
cops.
of them going to jail, gang. Where you going? Yeah.
Simmons is wild with the taser.
They'll be getting home.
How does he keep beating the Tate?
What should I do with this dude?
Body blocks is crazy.
He's kind of busy.
I got him.
Okay. Bring him back.
Let me see him, because I got the bailiff.
I'll let him go when we get back inside. This is my case. Start to finish. Fucking criminal
Okay, drop the
scumbag.
bailiff of the court. Please release that man.
I'm going here. Let me know when you're ready for him.
Bring him back.
We need additional. Oh, fuck. Never mind.
Do not release him from custody.
Correct.
Alright, can we get everyone else back to the courtroom, please?
You are going to be sentenced, whether you like it or not, sir.
Had to take out some trash outside.
10-4.
I'm never becoming a bailiff ever fucking again. My mic stopped working midway fucking through. Sorry for the swearing, but someone else take my place.
$20 ain't worth it, sir. Please stop trying to bribe me.
Okay. On the matter of Matthew Timmons versus James Bubbles, it is the rendition of this court as to count 1, armed robbery, guilty as charged. As to count 2, hostage at gunpoint, guilty. Attempted murder on a public servant times 2, guilty. Perjury, guilty. Contempt of court, guilty. Evading arrest, guilty. Obstruction of justice, guilty. All counts to run continuously. It is the verdict of this court that for the heinous allegations now proven, it is the decision of this court that the defendant be sentenced to the highest penalty allowed by the state, which is the penalty of death.
You got the death penalty, buddy.
May God have pity on your soul for removing 2 valued law enforcement officers from our community. You do not deserve to live another day and take the fresh air that we breathe. Whether you were forced or not is of no matter to this court. Bailiff, this sentencing is to be carried out immediately.
Good. How's he still standing?
Guys need help?
It's a iBug.
He's not dead yet.
Hold on.
Would the physician please verify that there is no pulse?
He dead. Please stop beating him. Oh, the fuck, the judge pulled the gun out. Watch out, watch out.
Keep beating out. If you keep beating them out, I'll have to shoot you.
He's a bad client. He deserves it.
Nah, he
Good,
did.
the judge put him out.
Okay, you can call in the medical examiner and the coroner's service so that his body can be removed and dumped on the fields for the wild animals to feed upon and feast on his flesh. If nothing further, and if no further business for this court is adjourned. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, and may God bless us all. We are now
Is he guilty?
1 defendant less, and the city is safer, one at a time.
Hallelujah.
Bro, my gun got emptied out somehow. I think.
Yeah, so does my gun happen like that as well.
Now tell me that none of you had fun.
That was
It was good. It was good.